Have you ever poured your heart and soul into a track, only to hear it sound dull and lifeless on Spotify or Apple Music? You're not alone. In the age of streaming, getting your music to sound its best across different platforms is a challenge. The solution? Mastering. Mastering is the final, crucial stage of music production. It's the audio equivalent of polishing a diamond, taking a finished mix and making it shine. A good master ensures your tracks sound balanced, loud, and consistent no matter where they're played. In the past, music was primarily consumed through CDs, where audio quality was relatively standardized. Today, streaming services dominate the landscape, each with its own algorithms and audio compression techniques. These algorithms analyze and adjust your audio, often leading to unwanted volume fluctuations and a loss of dynamic range. This can make your music sound quiet, squashed, or lacking punch compared to professionally mastered tracks. Mastering combats these issues, ensuring your music cuts through the mix and retains its impact, regardless of the platform. Different platforms utilize different audio codecs and loudness normalization techniques. This means your track's volume and overall sonic quality can vary significantly from Spotify to Apple Music to YouTube Music. For example, Spotify utilizes a process called volume normalization to level out the perceived loudness of all tracks, regardless of their original mastering levels. While this creates a smoother listening experience, it can sometimes squash the dynamic range of louder masters. Understanding these nuances is essential for artists who want their music to translate well across different platforms. Section 4. The anatomy of a well-mastered track. In this section, we will delve into the intricate details that make a track stand out in the world of music production. A well-mastered track possesses several key characteristics that set it apart from an average mix. These characteristics ensure that the track not only sounds good on various playback systems, but also conveys the artist's vision with clarity and impact. One of the most important aspects is a balanced frequency spectrum. This means that the track has been carefully adjusted so that no single element, whether it's the bass, mids, or highs, overwhelms the others. Each frequency range should complement the others, creating a harmonious sound. The lows are tight and punchy, providing a solid foundation for the track. This ensures that the bass elements are felt as well as heard, adding depth and power to the music. The mids are clear and present, allowing the core elements of the track, such as vocals and main instruments, to shine through with clarity. This is crucial for maintaining the integrity of the song's message and emotional impact. The highs are crisp without being harsh, adding sparkle and detail to the track. This ensures that the higher frequencies enhance the music without causing listener fatigue. Dynamic range is another crucial aspect of a well-mastered track. This refers to the difference between the quietest and loudest parts of the track. A good dynamic range allows the music to breathe and gives it a sense of movement and life. A dynamic track breathes life into the music, with quiet sections contrasting beautifully against powerful crescendos. This contrast can evoke a wide range of emotions in the listener, making the music more engaging and memorable. With quiet sections contrasting beautifully against powerful crescendos, the track takes the listener on an emotional journey. This dynamic interplay is essential for creating a compelling listening experience. A good mastering engineer preserves this dynamic range while maximizing perceived loudness. This means that the track sounds full and impactful without losing its dynamic qualities. The goal is to achieve a balance where the track is loud enough to compete with other tracks, but still retains its musicality. Lastly, a well-mastered track sounds cohesive and polished. Transitions between different sections of the track are smooth, ensuring that the listener is not jarred by sudden changes in volume or tone. The overall tone is consistent, which means that the track maintains a uniform sound throughout. This consistency helps to create a professional and polished final product. And finally, the music has a sense of depth and space. This spatial quality makes the track feel three-dimensional, allowing the listener to immerse themselves fully in the music. A well-mastered track is not just about technical perfection, it's about creating an emotional and immersive experience for the listener. Section 5, Mastering 101, Tips for DIY Musicians. While professional mastering is always recommended, there are basic techniques you can implement to improve your tracks. Mastering is the final step in music production, and it can make a significant difference in how your music sounds across different playback systems. Firstly, ensure your mix is balanced and well organized before you begin mastering. This means that all your instruments and vocals should be at appropriate levels and frequencies, creating a cohesive sound. Utilize a reference track, a professionally mastered song in a similar genre to guide your ears. This will help you understand the standard for your genre and give you a benchmark to aim for. Compare your track to the reference, focusing on the overall loudness, frequency balance, and stereo width. Pay attention to how the professional track sounds on different devices, like headphones, speakers, and car audio systems. Start with subtle adjustments to EQ, compression, and limiting. These tools can help you shape the sound of your track, making it more polished and professional. Avoid overdoing it, as excessive processing can negatively impact the sound. Too much EQ or compression can make your track sound unnatural and fatiguing to listen to. Remember, mastering is about enhancing, not fixing. It's the final polish that brings out the best in your mix, so take your time and listen critically. With practice and patience, you can achieve a professional sound even in a DIY setup. Section 6. Tools of the trade, your mastering arsenal. Fortunately, there are excellent, affordable mastering tools available for musicians on a budget. For EQ, FabFilter Pro Q3 and Isotope Ozone 9 are industry standards. When it comes to compression, the Waves SSL-G Master Bus Compressor and the UAD 1176 Classic Limiting Amplifier are popular choices. For limiting, Isotope Ozone 9's Maximizer and FabFilter Pro L2 are excellent options. Remember, the key is to understand how these tools work and use them sparingly. Section 7. Final checks. Ensuring your music sounds fire everywhere. Once you've mastered your track, the final step is crucial. Testing it on different platforms. Listen on your phone, laptop speakers, headphones, and even in your car. Each device has its own unique sound characteristics, and what sounds great on one might not translate well on another. This is why it's essential to ensure your music sounds consistent across all listening environments. When you listen in your car, pay attention to the bass response and overall balance. Cars often have a different acoustic environment compared to home or studio settings. This can reveal issues that you might not notice elsewhere. Pay attention to how the volume compares to other commercially released tracks. Your track should be loud enough to compete, but not so loud that it causes distortion or listener fatigue. Does it sound squashed or distorted on certain platforms? If you notice any distortion, it might be a sign that your track is too compressed or that the levels are too high. Are there any noticeable imbalances in the frequency spectrum? For instance, is the bass too overpowering or are the highs too piercing? These imbalances can make your track sound unprofessional and unpleasant to listen to. By critically evaluating your master on multiple devices, you can ensure your music translates consistently and sounds its best everywhere. Take notes on any issues you hear and make the necessary adjustments in your DAW. If you're struggling to achieve the desired results, consider investing in professional mastering. A professional can provide an objective ear and the technical expertise needed to polish your track. A skilled mastering engineer can elevate your music to new heights, giving it that competitive edge. They can ensure your track meets industry standards and sounds great on any platform, making your music truly shine.